Before we get started, I want to give a huge shout out to Vivo Sun. If you're looking for some quality products for an affordable price from a name that's been in the game for a very long time, head on over to vivosun.com. Use promo code PIGEONS420. Save yourself a few dollars, support the show, and get yourself some quality grow equipment. Thank you, Vivo Sun, and more about them throughout the show. Now, time for tea. Ladies and gentlemen,
Let's go.
We've got BassDropKeys in the house.
Yeah.
Dude, BassDrop, thanks for pulling up, man. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Fantastic, man. I'm very excited to be able to sit
I didn't know
down.
you were Canadian for a long time.
Oh, you had no idea?
Yeah, I didn't know until you told me last time. Oh, that makes sense.
Dude, yeah,
I
it's
thought you were like in Oregon or something.
yeah, nope, no, it's all Canadian. Only ever been Canadian. I go to America
That's
like a few
okay.
times. Ever since I met the boys from the stash, I have
Right.
I've been to America more than I've ever been, dude. Ever been. It's a beautiful country, beautiful country. And you just recently moved a few months back, yes?
Yeah, moved to Vegas.
And where were you before that?
Not too far, not too far from Chris, actually, Mr. Growit.
Oh, really? Good. And where were you before this?
I was living in New Mexico, but I was moving around because ever since 2020, I was living in Texas because, we gotta go even further back than that. I was in the Army. I don't know if you know, but I'm an Army veteran.
Good for you.
And so the Army sent me to Texas. So I was stationed at Fort Bliss in El Paso, Texas. And whenever I got out, I just stayed there. But I'm from Georgia. And so I was there this whole time. And then like April 1st, 2020, right in the middle of COVID, I moved to LA. Whenever I moved to LA, that's whenever I started growing. Because I was already a cannabis content creator, but it's like, smoking, dabbing, that type of stuff.
Mhm.
When you're in an illegal state, they don't mess with users. So, if you're everybody that's watching this, if you want to be a cannabis content creator and you're in an illegal state, you can do how to roll up, how to smoke, dabbing, book sessions, that type of stuff, no problem. But what you can't do is growing. If you start growing in an illegal state, they will come and get you. So I had to wait till I moved to California to start growing. And once I did that, obviously, whenever I came back over here, I wanted to come back in this area to Texas, El Paso area, but Texas is not legal, but New Mexico is legal. So what I did was whenever I moved back, I was on the New Mexico side because El Paso, Texas is right on the border of Texas, New Mexico, and the country of Mexico. So from my house in Texas, I could be in New Mexico in about 3 minutes. And depending on the port, I could be in the country of Mexico in about 8 minutes. Like literally right on the border. And so now I was on the New Mexico side so I could do everything legal. And that's where I moved from New Mexico to Vegas now.
Okay. Keys.
Long explanation, I'm sorry.
No, hey, it's perfect explanation, and it works out too. Dude, I had no idea you had military service either. Thank you for your service.
Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah. From 2000 to 2004, I was in, whenever, 9/11 happened, I started my service for the war on Thanksgiving Day. Obviously, everybody remembers 9/11. That's September 11th. On Thanksgiving, which is November, you guys, in America, everybody watched the Dallas Cowboys play on Thanksgiving. They play every Thanksgiving. While everybody's watching the Cowboys football game, had a Kevlar, M16, rucksack, Kevlar vest, gas mask, signed into Kuwait to start my service for the war. Actually went over there.
Respect, brother. Respect. I've got a lot of military in my blood. I have never served. I'm a child of a soldier, and I have.
There you go. Good military family.
Yeah. Yep. Runs deep. And yeah, it's in the blood, man. I got a lot of respect for them, for military personnel, but as importantly, I've got a lot of respect for families of those that serve as well, because a lot of
Sure.
the silent soldiers are the ones that stay home and hold down the fort while mom and dad go to fight for our country, man. And the children and the spouses, it takes a toll, man. It takes a toll. So thank you for your service, brother. Thank you for your service.
Appreciate you. That's definitely true. The family members can't forget those.
Yeah, you absolutely can't. You, sir, are a very busy man. You've got multiple YouTube channels. You've moved. You've got a family. Real quick, for anyone who's listening, man, a little bit about yourself. How'd you get here?
Okay, so my birth name is Dwayne Keys. A lot of the people that have been knowing me for 20 years don't even know that my last name is actually Keys. But you know, in the Army, we go by last names. And so even before that, air conditioner just came on. Is it okay?
Sounds great.
Fine?
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, I just know if the microphone was picking it up. But so yeah, my last name is Keys, but we go by Keys. So a lot of my friends don't even know that my name is Dwayne Keys. Like I said, I'm from Georgia. I was raised in Georgia. Went to college when I was 16. Ended up having a daughter, so that's why I joined the Army. My family was real supportive. They was like, we'll take care of your kid while you're in college, but it ain't their kid. So I decided to join the military because I had other family members in the military, and the military pays right now. I was pays later. Military pays right now. So I joined the military. After I did that, got out, trying to figure out what I wanted to do. When I got out, I was in El Paso, Texas. I knew what I didn't want to do was go back to Georgia. Because everybody back there was, getting in trouble. You know how it is, getting in trouble, getting people pregnant, the whole rundown. And I didn't want to do that, so I just stayed. Right? You know what it is. You know exactly what it is. And so I just stayed where I was at in El Paso. And then just by watching YouTube, is when I decided I wanted to be a cannabis content creator. I haven't watched his videos since probably 2015, but I used to watch a guy, Custom Grow 420. YouTube, you used to do YouTube. That thing in the beginning.
Yep, that's
right. He was like, when I first started, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be the Black Custom Grow 420. And I did my very first video, and I was like, no, that's not my personality. I'm like a show you how to do type of person, how to do this, how to do that, whatever. But what I did get from Custom Grow 420 was, whether you like it or not, because some people find it very annoying at the beginning of the video, say, oh, YouTube, at the beginning, you remember it. So my first thought was I need to have something that will be memorable. And so before I started being a content creator, I used to tell my homies that I'm BassDropKeys, your friendly neighborhood Negro, and they just always just laugh. And so I just figured I'll just keep that. And I got so many subscribers just by, when I do that in the beginning of the video, people just start laughing. And so whether you like it or you don't like it, or whatever case, you remember it. That helped me a lot. And so I've been a content creator now since I started 420, 2000. Been doing this 9 years. Took a while to get some traction, but ever since 2020, we've been popping. And because of, well, you know how it is, being in the cannabis niche, it seems like the social media people are always messing with us, taking down our channels, taking down our pages. I've had 100 Facebook pages, not exaggerating, or Instagram. So I've had a lot of different stuff that gets taken down. Even when my first YouTube channel got taken down. But because of that, I always have the notion of, I'm a YouTuber, but are you a YouTuber if your channel gets taken down? Are you a YouTuber without a YouTube channel? I started thinking, I sometimes really think this way now, that all of us cannabis influencers, they're going to take all of our channels down at some point. You know what I mean? I used to tell all the homies, need to find, what's your plan B? What are you going to do if they take this channel down? I'm glad Mr. Grower got the podcast, and now you got podcasts and stuff going on. You got to have something else. Because if they take us down, you're not getting any money the way you've been getting it. You don't have a channel. That's what made me start wanting to be, getting into other niches. People know me, obviously, as BassDropKeys, the cannabis person. But if you watch any of the rookie mycologist mushroom videos, that's me. I've been doing that 2 years now. Just hit 145,000 subscribers on that channel. That's great. I got a new gambling channel that just hit 1 million views. It'll be a year in a couple of days. Got almost 8,500 subscribers on there. And I got a real estate finance channel. I'm just always trying to find something that can set me apart from everybody else. And also, I'm a hard worker. And so we don't always got to bring a race into everything, but it's just a part of life. As somebody that's Black, can't be just good. You know what I mean? You can't just be okay. You got to be undeniably good. So I just focus on my craft, trying to get better every day, make a lot of mistakes. But I'm a hard worker. I'm a genuine person, and people seem to relate to me.
Are you a home grower? Are you looking for some quality and affordable grow equipment? Well, Vivo Sun has got you covered. From tents to lights and full accessories, head on over to vivosun.com, use promo code PIGEONS420, or if you're on Amazon, promo code PIGEONSCOOP, save a few dollars and get yourself some great grow equipment. Save today, check out vivosun.com, and thank them for being a sponsor of today's tea.
Dude, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And you know, it's a good call to life, man, to not just be good, but to be great. Right. Brother, to be great. And you're doing it, man. And you're doing it. You know, your hustle is undeniable. And it's a beautiful thing to watch, man. I first came across you as the rookie mycologist. Your work with...
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. A lot of people say that. I'm like, but you're a cannabis person.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. No, well, first of all, it's crazy how the overlap even happens, because whether we know it or not, our audiences fox with each other. You know, there's people that watch you, that watch me, and there's people that watch me that watch you, right? And so it's our audiences or our community is typically what's really bringing us together, because that's where I get a lot of the information. And people, your content's undeniable, and people in my community talk about you frequently. So yeah, what you're doing is working, and it's even more acceptable, or even more undeniable, is the fact that the YouTube algorithm is allowing it to be on other people's feeds too, because you know that never happens. Where do you find time, man? You know, you're doing the rookie mycologists, you've got BassDropKeys, YFNN,
right?
Yep.
And then YFN, your friendly neighborhood Negro. That's what it stands for. YFNN.
Yes, that's it. And then you've got the crypto. Where are you finding, and your family, dude? Where are you finding time, man?
I just I don't know, things where you make time for what you want to make time for. I know a lot of people that spend a lot of time gaming or listening to music, or you know, people got a lot of different hobbies, whatever. Me, I'm a real deal pothead. I smoke and I do YouTube. So that's what, you know, people like to relax and chill, whatever. I like making YouTube videos.
That's fair.
But I'm just an extremely hardworking person. And for somebody, you know this because you work for yourself. You don't work, you don't eat. And so now that, especially once you have like kind of like a snowball kind of deal where you got something going and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, that kind of gives you more motivation to keep doing it. You know what I mean? And so you make time for what you want to make time for. And people that's in my life, they know that the content, without content, I can't take care of any of them. Content is number one. So as my grandmother used to say, I was raised by my great grandmother. I mean, first thing comes first. So because of that, I got time to make the video. Sometimes I don't have time to do other things that, you know, you might want to do. But in order to take care of myself and my responsibilities, I make videos. So I got all the time in the world for that.
I love that, man. I love that. Very well said. And your grandmother was a wise woman, I can tell.
Oh yeah, she was. She was great.
Good. You had a lot of strong women in your life, I would assume.
My great grandmother is the person that raised me since I was 3. You know, that's the person who took care of me and taught me how to throw a baseball and my ABCs and stuff. You know, so my grandfather, he was great, but unfortunately he had a heart attack when I was like 9. And he passed away. He was great. But yeah, my great grandmother was like the number one person in my life until she passed away. Now I got a daughter. I got a 25-year-old daughter. So I put everything into her now. She's number one.
I got a feeling there's a lot of great grandma in your daughter. Just inadvertently by what she's done for you, man.
Right. You know, you try to teach the same kind of morals and principles, and the main thing is just making sure that you feel loved. That's about the main thing, you know. Whatever you decide to do, it's all good. My family is no big, you know, some people like disown people for like being gay and all type of crazy stuff, you know. We don't do anything like that. We don't care who you are. We love you. You're part of the family. We care about you. We love you. Feel free to be yourself. And my family is real religious. I'm not a religious person at all. I'm an atheist. My family is real religious. And one thing I don't like about religion, I'm talking about, I want to go talk about religion. A lot of things I don't like is the people who claim to be so religious never act like it. I got to give my family their credit. They are people who claim to be religious, but actually try to live like somebody who, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those kind of morals and principles. helping out each other, that type of deal. So I got a good family. Gave me a lot of principles, and I just try to instill that in my kid. I got a good kid. I ended up with a good kid. You know, you got any kids?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I've got one. I got a son, 14.
14, son 14. That's it? No other kids?
No other kids. No, one and done.
One and done. I heard that. You know, when you have kids, you really are like a crapshoot. You might mess around and raise the next Oklahoma bomber or something. You know what I mean? You might mess around and raise a school shooter.
You know what?
I got real lucky.
The reason your daughter is such a great woman is because she's raised by a great man. And I believe that wholeheartedly, dude. And no one raised the Oklahoma bomber. Nobody raised these people. These are people that were clearly left to their own devices, didn't have the raising and the upbringing that they needed and deserved, and then turned to their own devices. And a lot of the times, I don't blame the kids. It's like when you got bad dogs, man. It's like the dog. It is, in my opinion, it is never the dog's fault. In the same way,
dog owner.
Yeah, it's the owner's fault. The dogs didn't learn this from somewhere, or, they had to learn it from somewhere. And I believe that's the same way with kids, man. If you've got a good kid, they're learning it from somewhere. And I can tell.
We've got a lot of love in my family. You know, obviously every family got, messed up everybody. That's every part of life. But it's a lot of love, so that's the main thing, I think.
It's the foundation of all communities, man. So being busy, walk me through a day in the life of Keys. What's it look like for you from the start of the day to the end?
Okay, well, it really depends on what exactly are we doing, because I'm on a reverse schedule, and I stay up all night, all day, and I usually go to sleep around in between 8 a.m. and noon, somewhere is when I go to sleep. So I'm asleep for about 4 or 5 hours, so I'm up in the afternoon. But like, say, for instance, yesterday, what did I do yesterday? Okay, so I told you I moved from New Mexico to Vegas. I still own properties in New Mexico. So actually on Tuesday, I'm flying back because those properties, I'm furnishing them so I can turn them into Airbnbs. Right now, I'm just paying the mortgages on them, but there's nobody there. There's just an empty shell. And so instead of just sitting there, I'm going to turn them into Airbnbs and try to get some profit off of them. You know what I mean?
Smart.
So yesterday, I had a couple of meetings dealing with that. And I had a meeting with my property manager who's going to be handling the properties, because obviously I'm in Vegas, so I can't handle them myself. Got a property manager. And I had a meeting with the owner of the furniture company, did a deal with him, bought all the furniture for the places. Then I know I got a gambling channel. I met 2 other YouTubers at the Strat and did a collab video with them. When I came back here, I had to harvest the mushrooms and dry those, which I did. I transplanted 2 cannabis plants yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about when I had to take a shower, eat, all that stuff. Got up, had a podcast with you. Amazing. I got another podcast a couple hours after we finished. Then I got more mushrooms to harvest down. You see what I'm saying? So my day can consist of everything. So it's a whole bunch of running around, a whole bunch of errands, a whole bunch of, and plus, I don't know if you guys know, but I edit everything. So all the thousands of videos that you guys have seen from me, I do my own editing. I film everything. I do everything. I'm a one-man show. Nobody does anything for me. I do everything myself. So in the midst of all that stuff, you got an hour here, I edit a video for the next day. Got an hour and a half here, edit a video for, you see what I mean? Get everything in whenever you can get it in. I tried to make a schedule, like by block, but my life is so hectic that I can't stick to that. Because I could be doing something right now and then somebody call, and hey, we got this opportunity for you. And then, you know what I mean? But I can't go by schedule. I basically got a bullet point of things that need to happen today, and I make them happen. I know what order, but I make the things that got to happen today, I make them happen and try to get some rest and do it again the next day. I always feel like I'm behind.
That's the
I don't ever feel like I'm caught up with anything. It's like, what's the next thing? What's the next thing? Because you make the video, you post it, you just spend like 30 minutes looking at the analytics. Okay, I guess it's doing okay. On to the next one. We don't have time.
You don't. That's the hustle of owning your own business, being an entrepreneur, right?
Yes.
I read something one time that said, I I quit my job to work for myself so that I wasn't working 16 hours a day, but now you just work 24 hours a day. And
Right,
you don't
right.
sleep. Mrs. P and I, like my wife and I, we have to make the conscious decision to turn it off at 5 o'clock. At 5 o'clock,
Right.
we cannot. We've got a family, we live in the same home, and it's very easy to get caught up in the business and just work all damn day. But it's like, you have to have that come home and unwind moment where it's like, how was your day? And you just let it go. You let it go. Do you struggle with that?
I mean, it's not a struggle, but it's not a balance either. Because people talk about work-life balance, there is no work-life balance. It's work, 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 work. But it's not a struggle because it's not a balance. It's work. You know what I mean? I'm working, but the thing is, you work really hard now, so that later on you get to chill. And so I'll be 44, 11 days. No, I look 25, guys, black and crack. But my accountant told me in the next 48 months I could be a millionaire. Self-made. You understand? And so when I have this kind of opportunity because of my, you need a little bit of luck, but a lot of hard work. You got that kind of like goal that you have the ability to hit, kind of like just motivation. I want to go, 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 go. I want to see how big I can get. I never wanted to be regular. People always want to make you feel bad because you have aspirations of being more than what you are today. If you're listening to this podcast and you have any aspirations in your heart of being more than you are today, don't let the people around you tell you that you can't do it. Because when I started, I told my best friends, I thought they were my best friends, so-called best friends at the time, hey guys, I figured out what I want to do. I want to be a YouTuber. I'm going to be big. You know what they did? They laughed at me. And I told them, I'm real big into shoes and clothes and stuff. I got like over 300 pairs of shoes. And how I paid for everything when I first started was by selling shoes. We was already doing that anyway. So I sold a bunch of shoes so I could get the LLC, trademarks. And back then, it wasn't ETG. You actually had to buy the shirts, different sizes, get them made, have them stored at your house. People ordered it. You go run through the boxes, do all the packages, ship. You know what I mean? So to pay for all that stuff, I was like, yo, guys, I showed a bunch of shoes. I got this vision. I'll be big. These guys laughed at me. And you fast forward 9 years, they're still in the same spot that I left them in. I'm balling. Understand? Mm-hmm. I'm balling. You can't tell me what's possible because I watch you, PLTV, Mr. Canucks grow, Mr. Grow It, learn how to grow. Fast forward a couple of years, now I'm your peer. I watched you learn how to do this. Now people will say that I'm your peer. Now I got your phone number. I can call you right now. I can pick up the phone and call Mr. Grow It right now. You know what I mean? But people can't tell me what's possible. Same thing happened in the mushroom side. All these great people, Willie Michael, 96 Mycology, TGT, Philly Golden Teacher, Boomer Shroomer. I watch all their videos, learn how to grow mushrooms. Started my channel, 45 days later, I'm doing a podcast with them. 2 years later, I passed almost all of them in views and subscribers in 2 years. You can't tell me what's possible. Yesterday, I did a video with Vegas Day Tripper, who he has a gambling channel, and he's great with craps. I watched him to learn how to play craps, and yet I've been doing this a year. And yesterday I did a video with him. So nobody can't tell me what's possible. I watch people on YouTube. I decide I want to do it, and within a short period of time, I'm right up there with them. I'm a real self-aware person. I'm not the best. I'm not better than all these people, but I'm a peer. I'm in the conversation. Just a short period ago, I was a fan. For people that can't see your vision, you can't make somebody see something. You have to believe it yourself, and you have to go for it. So anybody that's watching this, you want to do this, can do it. Don't let somebody tell you can't. You know what's in your heart. You know how much work you're willing to put in. If you're willing to put in the work, be consistent, Be yourself. Don't be fake or try to be somebody else to make this work. And I hope you do, because it's changed my life. It really has. I can do whatever I want to. I can literally, if I want to right now, I'm in Vegas. I can go to Harry Reid Airport with no bags. Say I want a trip to Paris and go right now if I wanted to. I can do that. That's a great feeling. I wish everybody could have that. So if you have any inclination to being a content creator, I wish you guys would do it, because some of y'all have the skills and the determination that will make great content creators, and we would love to see what you turn into, but we'll never know because you're scared to try. Imagine that.
You're absolutely right.
I'm over here preaching, man.
Hey,
I'm sorry, I took over your podcast, man.
Nah, dude, it's your time to shine, my brother. You know what? You're full of wisdom. You're full of great advice, and you're a prime
I
example.
want to give people some motivation, man, to be a content creator. It's a great life.
Because you did it, man.
It's really hard at first. But if you can make it work, guys, I'm trying to tell you, it's a great life. You can do it.
It is a beautiful
life. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Hey, I'm going to let you speak, man. I can only agree, man. It is a beautiful life, and it opens doors for you, and it provides an opportunity.
I want to motivate some people that you can do this, guys. I'm trying to tell you, everybody that you love, Pigeons, me, Mr. Girl, all these people that you love, they're no different than you. You just had an idea that, this is what we want to do. We worked hard at it, and it paid off. You can do the same.
You're absolutely right.
We're not special. We just decided this is what we wanted to do. We're willing to put in the work. Do the same. I'm telling you can do it.
And it's like anything. It's like anything, man. If you put your mind to it, you hustle and grind, you're gonna do it. Have you ever heard of the saying, like 1,000 hours of anything can make you
10,000 hours?
10,000
hours.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
You've
sir.
heard of it. I haven't. Yep. There you go. 10,000 hours. I believe in that, man. I believe in that, because nobody else.
So crazy. What you just said just made me think of something. When I first started. Oh man, when I first started, you don't know what you're doing. Well, I don't know about you. When I first started, I have no experience at all making a video. Never made a video in my life. So the first video that I did took like 8 hours to film, because you don't know what shots you need. Some all this extra stuff that you never use. And then the editing, I never edited a video. That took like another 4 or 5 hours. If you spend 12, 13 hours on this video, you put it out, 2 views. I just spent 12 hours, 13 hours of my life for 2 views. You keep doing it, and for whatever reason, I don't know if it's ego, but you start feeling like, yo, I deserve views. I deserve people to subscribe to me, which is insane. You don't deserve anything. And so because of that, I ended up stopping for like a year, because I did it for like a year, and I wasn't getting the views and the subscribers and everything. So I was like, you know what? Kind of like punked out and just said, you know what, forget this, and just left it alone. I never come back. I didn't come back to look at the channel, didn't even care. I'm like, I'm over it. I came back in a year, and like one video had like 7,000 views. One video had like 4,500 views, and I had like 200 subscribers. Now I had like 2,900. I was like, this cannot be all luck. It can't be all luck. It's got to be some kind of method to this. That's when I started like trying to figure out and studying, how do you grow on YouTube? And so for anybody that's thinking about doing this, no matter what your niche is, it don't matter if you got a beauty channel. I watch a channel, guys in Mexico, they just go around and get shoe shines. It's a shoe shining. And I don't know what it is about it, but I love that channel. There's somebody out there for everybody, guys. So whatever you like, don't think I'm trying to tell you, you love iguanas. There's iguana channels that got millions of views. Whatever you like, you can do it. I'm trying to tell you, it's just so crazy. You got a way of saying things that keep triggering things in my head. I like you.
Dude, I appreciate it. Dude, and bring it on, man. Bring it on. I'm all about the conversation, man. I just enjoy talking to people, man. And you and I are.
How long you been doing this?
Like what? YouTube or like
a content creator?
I started creating content. Like I was a blogger before I started doing vlogs, videos. So I started doing blogs in 2014, and then I started on YouTube doing videos in 2016. And yeah, and I did the same thing. I had no idea what I was doing, man. I never made videos. I never edited. I did everything on my phone. I didn't even have a computer until like 5 years ago. Yeah. And so Yeah,
You started videos 2000. We started the same year. Then that's crazy.
a long time ago, man. And it was a different atmosphere back then. You could create much differently. You could just kind of create from the heart, if you will. But now YouTube has turned into a much more clean. It's edited. It's much more professional. Whereas it used to
more
be
like a business. You know what I mean? It used to be able just
yes.
to record anything raw. And people used to like the raw stuff.
YouTube. It just used the you.
Sure.
You know what I mean? It really used to mean that.
Right.
And I honestly believe it's actually going to go back to that. I believe that it's actually going back to the more raw content and the less edited stuff. I do believe that because nobody wants another Netflix. We have Netflix. We what we want is people, is the you. But yeah, no, it's been a long time. But now you distracted me in regards to where we were just no, it's okay. We were just talking about something in regards to the hustle, man, and putting in the hours. And
right. Sorry.
No, it's good. Honestly, it was a segue of a segue anyways. I'm trying to find it here real quick, but I'm probably going to lose it. What got you into making I want to talk about the mushrooms first. What got you into making the mushroom content?
Okay. So I was already known as a cannabis guy, and just to be quite blatantly honest and quite frank, I still feel this way. I don't think that I get the respect from the cannabis community for the work that I put in. A lot of people do respect me, and I appreciate that. But for as like the peers, I think some people think I'm a damn gimmick or something, and so I was kind of like over it in a little bit. You know what I mean? I'm attracted by certain companies, so I'm doing my videos or whatever. But I was just kind of over it, looking for something different. And I always been interested in mushrooms. So, you start watching a couple videos here and there, and I'm looking at the niche. And I'm always, because I've done this in multiple niches now, I think I do a very good job of looking at a niche and trying to figure out, is there a place for me in this niche? The people that's doing videos, can I do a video better than them or different than them or like another take or another side of it, whatever? Well, as I was looking at the mushrooms, I really felt, I don't know what it is, but I really felt that I could come in and blow up pretty fast in the mushrooms, because I'm looking at the videos that people are making, and some of the people are making great videos, but they're not talking to people like me. You know what I mean? I don't mean black people. I mean just kind of like modern, hip, kind of young. You know what I mean? They're not talking to people like me. So I was thinking, after I watched some more videos, you're always looking for what's the hook? What's the hook of my channel? What can I? And what I always do is I look for something that's true that I can like hang it on. And so what I came up with is just the truth. So guys, I never grown mushrooms in my life. I want to learn how to grow mushrooms. Maybe you guys want to come along for the journey. We can learn how to grow together. And so once I had the idea, I posted some mushrooms. A friend of mine that lives close to me in New Mexico, he had probably a couple pounds of mushrooms, maybe 4 or 5 pounds of mushrooms he had. I took a couple pictures with the mushrooms and put them on my Instagram, and the pictures just blew up. And this is what sealed the deal, because I'm a real man. I know your wife's listening to this. A couple attractive women up in my inbox and said, "Oh, you grow mushrooms? I love guys that grow mushrooms." I said, "Really?" Yeah, I grow mushrooms. Never grew a mushroom in my life. That was the day I started the channel. Right there. I was already thinking about it, but once you get that little, "Oh, you girls like mushrooms?" Well,
so do I.
Guys do a lot of stuff because of women. You know what I mean?
It's a great cause.
So I had the idea. Yeah, but what kind of put me over the top was, "Oh, you girls like mushrooms, eh? Come grow mushrooms." But no, I do like just trying different things. I'm a real entrepreneurial spirit type of person, so I'm the kind of person who will try 15 things. Hope 1 or 2 of them will work. If they don't, we'll try 15 more things, and I'm just going to keep trying things until I get something that will. Like right now, I'll never run out of ideas. I have ideas right now for 6 more YouTube channels. I just don't have time to do them. You know what I mean? People tell me all the time, when you need a podcast, you need a podcast. I see people who there are podcast houses. If I had the ability to just be able to just come in, sit down, put on the headphones, and just do the podcast, and somebody else could take care of the editing and the everything else, I would do it. Everything that I'm hands on. I don't have time to do it. You know what I'm saying? But I wish I did have like a podcast house or something like that, so I could do a podcast. I believe I got some interesting things that people would like to hear, and people seem to like my point of view. But you still got to have time to do it. Like we said, I'm limited on time.
Time is the most valuable resource we have, and you learn that very quickly, especially when it's a hustler's ambition, brother. It's like the ideas are always there. We're always working. We're always trying to be the best version of ourselves and trying to be great. And it's like it puts a lot of pressure on you too as well.
I don't know if I told you this, but there's a guy that really disliked me because of you.
Oh, really?
I was right. He was wrong. Yeah.
Oh,
so what happened was, this is before, you remember, you used to not show your face.
That's correct. Yep.
You used to do those videos where you'd be sitting on the couch, your head's cut off, but you got the coffee and you're talking and everything.
It's a long time ago. Yep.
Right. This is before you showed your face. This I told you I've been watching you for a minute, man.
And you can't even find those videos aren't even on my channel anymore. I've had to delete them.
Yeah, I don't know where those videos are. Well, you know where they are.
I had to delete them. Yeah, because that's what got my channel deleted. First, because I was deleted too, and I had to come back and shit. And so, needless to say, sorry to interrupt you, you can't even find those. So
no, you good. Yeah, that's
the
great.
fact
So
that
you
you're
know what
pulling
I'm
this
talking
up.
about.
Yeah, it's some receipts. Yeah, you got some receipts.
Yeah. So this at this time, I had a group called Do You Dab 420 on Facebook, and over 50,000 people in it. Okay? So one of the guys in there, his name is not important, but he's from Hawaii. I'm gonna send this to him. He tried to tell me up and down that showed your face and whether I'm trying to tell you, this is like probably a year before you showed your face. I'm trying to tell you, I watch this guy every day. He hasn't shown his face yet, right? So he wants to do all the research and yada yada. So it turns out he was wrong. I was right. And this guy got so mad at me, he hasn't talked to me since. Just over that stupid fact. I'm like, you weirdo.
Dude, I tell you, the internet is a crazy place. You didn't even know this guy, right? It was just a guy from the internet, right?
Just a guy off the internet.
Yeah, the internet is a crazy place, brother. I never showed my face ever. While I was chest up. There was never one time. It never slipped. Nothing. I used
to watch you every day.
Yeah. Dude, that's crazy.
But not every day, but every video you post, I used to watch.
It was a different time back then, brother. It was a different time back then. But I want to circle back around to you because you're making me blush here, brother. Watching you do the mushroom content. What I particularly enjoy is what you said in regards to you're just trying to bring people along. It's a journey with you, and that is what I really enjoy. It's not like you're not coming to a sermon. Nobody's preaching anything. You're in this for a journey and an adventure, and you kind of get what you get, and that's the best part. I think that's the best part because then we all learn together.
I think people
and you don't hide things
because it's like show everything. I was making a point about I was talking about cannabis channels, but it can be in anything. You know what I'm talking about because you've been around for a minute. But I ain't gonna say any names because you're a real kind of come together type of person. I don't want to start any trash on your channel. But I don't like content creators. Everything they post is fire. These people never had a bad growth. Ever got fungus gnats, ever got mold, ever got bud rot. Never had a bad day, never had a leaf wilt, nothing. Every time they post, everything is perfect. And we know that's not life. That's not growing. What you're doing is you're picking out what you want to show. You're filming everything and you're only posting the good stuff. I don't trust people like that or channels like that. I want to see the real. People see the real with me. That's why they like me because I show everything. So whenever they mess around and have a problem, They saw me. I had the problem too. Just a part of the game, and we learn from it and we move on. These people who try to make themselves look like something that they're not, I don't like that. And what people like out of me is I don't act like I'm an expert. My mushroom channel is called The Rookie Mycologist. So I'm doing the best that I can. I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to try to learn from them, get better every day. People really respect that as opposed to somebody preaching, telling them this, and I'm an expert and you listen to me and all this stuff. I never do that. I come in as a place of being humble, trying to learn. And I messed up this, but let me tell you what I'm going to do to try to fix it this time. We try again. You know, all of my channels is, you know, we get knocked down, but you get back up. Everybody gets knocked down. We're going to get back up and try again.
That's what it is.
If you do it that way, I think people kind of just, they respect, they look at me, no matter the race, gender, nationality, none of that stuff. They look at me and they see a genuine person who's trying really hard, and they see themselves in me. Like, that's how I would do it if I was doing it. Being as honest as you can be. Don't lie. Don't fudge stuff. Like you were saying, these people on the internet are so crazy. This guy yesterday, I have a Discord, just like you. I have a Discord. I made it free because for the first like 2 years it was paid. And I was like, you know what? I'd rather just make it free. Give everybody their refunds. Made it free, and then we got way more people in there now, obviously. So one of the rules in the Discord, which is all a rule in everybody's Discord, is no self-promotion, which is don't come in my Discord, post in your Discord. I mean, that's just normal content creator etiquette, right? Okay. This guy comes in my Discord, and every channel posts his Discord on every channel. So I kicked him to the curb, right? This guy has the audacity yesterday, because I told him and everybody else, don't be disrespecting me. Coming in my Discord, posting that's disrespectful. Now, let me tell you how much privilege this guy got. He so mad that I wouldn't let him post his Discord in my Discord on every channel and all this stuff, because I do have places like I have a YouTube channel where if you have a YouTube channel, because I try to encourage everybody to have a YouTube channel, every video you post, you can post your video in the YouTube channel, and everybody in there, they want to look at it, they can look at it. That's a group of people that you can turn into your audience. I do that for people. Anyway, so I kicked this guy out. This guy, I did a live video yesterday too, because I had a giveaway, like a cash giveaway, $300 cash giveaway. So before I did the giveaway, I told everybody, don't be coming to my Discord disrespecting me and all this other stuff, right? This guy going to take that video and send it to all my sponsors, talking about, you want somebody like this representing you? He won't even let other people grow their communities inside his community. This is the kind of stuff I got to deal with. I'm like, are you fucking shitting me right now? Can we cuss on here?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm like, yeah, so it's just dealing with different weird people like that, which those kind of people make you not want to do anything. You know what I mean? Just not, people act like because they watch us on YouTube that we owe them something. You ever get that feeling like, yo, I've been watching you 2 years. That's like me saying to you, I've been watching you years, man. You owe me, bro. Oh, you gave me the knowledge I was looking for when I watched the video. You know what I mean? So some of you guys some of y'all need to back off, man. I tell you.
The thing is, I 100% know what you're talking about. I 100% agree with you. And this is something that most of the time somebody that's not trying to build a community won't know anything about. And so the idea of not self-promoting is should be a very well-known, unwritten rule. However,
it's somebody else's. If you're on social media, sure, but you don't come inside somebody else's Facebook group.
No,
hey guys, you want to go join my group?
No, of course not. No, and you don't come into Discord with your own Discord, and you don't come into my stream, my Twitch stream, and drop links and tell me your stream, and check me out. That's very common. Yeah.
That's exactly what they did yesterday too.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm gonna be streaming at 7 o'clock. Come check me out.
No.
Why don't you tell your audience that? Why are you telling my audience that?
I also in my area have a place in my Discord for people to self promote, because I want it's a creator lounge, I like to call it, where creators get to meet creators, and you can create
you
a
have
community.
A place for that, though.
That's correct. There is a time and a place, and it's no different than walking into a cannabis shop, for example, or a business, and yelling out in the middle of the square your business and where to get different deals and so on. That just doesn't happen.
You guys sell weed here? Hey guys, come to my weed shop. It's
cheaper over here. No, it's not how it works, man. No, you're gonna get yourself beat up.
King run up in McDonald's and be like, "Hey guys."
No, exactly. So
come over here.
It happens, man, and it happens a lot. And like, unfortunately, and the way you dealt with it is fine. I think it is okay. And another thing, when you mention having people reach out to your sponsors, this happens to me all the time. And I'm very thankful that I work with companies that don't give a shit. And they I don't mean they don't give a shit. They just don't. They understand.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah.
They believe in me, and they understand that, at worst, I'm calling out bad actors and so on and so forth. So I don't mind this. I remember
what I told him yesterday. I said, bro, reached out to my sponsors to tell them that. What do you think is going to happen?
Mm-hmm. Nothing. Yeah.
Companies that you reached out to, I've made each one of them over $1 million. And they're going to get rid of me because you couldn't build your community in my. What do you think is going to happen?
Right.
I just keep it. Sometimes you just got to listen. I'm not the person that's going to sugarcoat. I talk about this on all my live videos about, I don't like whenever I'm scrolling on, I'm a YouTuber, just like you.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm scrolling on YouTube or even any social media platform and somebody's doing like a live video, you see they might got like 30 or 40 people, you're like, oh, cool, what's going on over here? You check in, I see what they're doing, what they're talking about. And everything that they're doing on the stream is kissing ass. Kissing ass, trying to get everybody to like them and all this. Y'all got to stop that stuff, man. Because what you're doing is making it seem like the way of a content creator is to kiss your ass. There ain't gonna be no ass kissing over here. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna give you your respect because you deserve that. But it won't be any ass kissing. I wish all of you content creators, be yourself, man. Stop bending over backwards trying to make people that's never gonna like you. Everybody's not gonna like you.
Nope.
What you should do is just be yourself, be the best you that you can be, and deal with it that way instead of being so fake and phony. I'm trying to tell you, I'm gonna start. I ain't gonna start, but I want to start calling out some of you fake content creators by name. I ain't gonna do it because do whatever you want to. Just know that the real ones see you. You don't think very much of you.
Yeah, you know what? And I think the longevity too it's limited, man, because you can only put on that face for so long before shit catches up with you. And there's a reason. How long
can you lie?
That's it. There's a reason that the ones that have been in this for as long as they have been in this for as long as they have, because it's authenticity, man. As far as I'm concerned, it's like I'm a fairly open book, and I like to speak my mind. I'm not trying to be an asshole, although that does happen, and I don't mean for it. Because a lot of people think that I'm very cultured. I'm a high city guy. I'm a small town dude. I'm from a town of less than 1,000 people. We don't, we still party as a community together. It's like, I don't get out very much. And so it's like around here, we just do things differently. We speak our minds, we speak freely, and we're not ashamed of that. We shouldn't be ashamed of that. Right. And you know what, back to like the obsession part, and it's like, it's few. I always feel like it's a vocal minority, meaning they're just
the loud and the few.
They're just fucking loud, dude. And it's like, it sounds like that makes up the larger portion, but it doesn't. And that's the same thing with like the creators, the ones that are not being authentic or true or whatever, just trying to sell you something. It's like, not only is it's transparent, you can see through it, but it's not going to last. It's not going to last. I lost my point there, dude. I can't remember what my
Oh, you made a point. Trust me, you made a point. And I agree with you.
But I also don't think, when you say about not calling people out, it's like, A, dude, I don't mind calling people out either, but B, it's like, you know what they eat doesn't make me shit. So it's like,
exactly.
do
That's why I'm like,
do that, do them, because we're hustling, man. And it's like, I don't have time. I don't have time to worry about what's going on over there. And now I remember what I was talking back to in regards to, you mentioned that you felt as if in the cannabis content creation space, you're not given the respect you deserve, or felt like a gimmick. I want to be, I want to be very open here, because I get accused very often of gatekeeping information, people, all this, because I have a podcast. I have a couple podcasts now, and I get to choose who comes on, and so on and so forth. So we get accused of gatekeeping. The second thing I also get accused of is not engaging with the community, the content creator community, and then in return, it's looked at as if I'm just an asshole and I don't want to engage, because some creators have come to me in tears that they think I don't like them, simply because I have never said hello, or I've never engaged or interacted. There are so many creators in this space right now that are bigger than me, that I have no idea who they are. And that's not a testament because you don't deserve the respect. It's simply that I'm so focused and I'm so horse blinders doing that's it, bro. That it's
can't focus on everybody else, right?
No. And unless our paths are gonna physically cross, the only reason I ever met up with Rob from CLTV is because our communities, my comment section, I could not get through my comment section without people saying, team up with CLTV, hit up CLTV, they want to do something with you. And I asked Rob years later, I was like, dude, did you like put out a campaign for your people to reach out to me? He's like, nope. I was like, dude, really the only reason I reached out to you is because I felt as if the universes literally needed us to talk to each other, because our communities just were like, talk to each other. And that was it. That's the only way we collided. And then since then, the only reason I've collided with anybody else is because of the boys at From the Stash. So
it's so crazy that you said that, because I first met you and Chris, Mr. Grow It, and remember we did that thing at AC Infinity in LA.
Well, it was the Growers Gauntlet.
Yeah, Growers Gauntlet. There we go. That's where I met you guys. So when I walked in, I saw Chris. Everybody that's watching, Chris is Mr. Grow It. Okay.
Yep.
I saw him. I was like, yo, I've been trying to get a hold of you. No, and I didn't say I was trying to get a hold of you. I said, Joe, I said, you know who I am? He said, man, I've been trying to get a hold of you for a while. You don't ever check your Instagram DMs. I said, I don't, because Instagram, there's people trying to buy something of this and get me to sell them this, and I don't do any of that shit. So I just stopped looking in there. And he was like, you got to check your Instagram DMs. I've been trying to get a hold of you for a minute. I go and look, and you, all this time, but really just let you know about perception is everything. Attitude is everything. And so for a long time, I'm thinking, why am I not on this podcast? Why am I not doing this? Why am I not doing that? I feel like I'm one of the more popular people that's doing what we do. And turned out I look in the Instagram inbox and all these people asking me to do all this stuff. It's been trying to get a hold of me for a minute. I'm thinking, you know what I got to do? I got to work harder. What I got to do is I got to work harder. I got to go even harder. I got to do more grows and show them I got even more skills. That way these guys will fuck with me. You know what I mean? And it turns out I've been trying to get a hold of me for a long time. I didn't even know it.
Dude.
My attitude was just like, yo, I got to go harder. I got to work harder. You know what I mean? Attitude is everything, because you could be like, somebody would take that as, and then they'll do it and start hating on you. Oh, these guys don't like me, man. Fuck them and all this kind of stuff. No. We don't do that. We don't do that. We focus on what we can focus on. And I bet if I get better, they'll have me on. You know what I'm saying? So that I took it that way. And so whenever you said that, I was like, what? And I look, and it's true. All these great people, I'm thinking I got to go hard and stuff, and they already reached out to me. It just makes you feel validated in some sense. You know what I mean? Like all you people thought I was fucking full of shit. No, these people, they see the hard work. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's just good to be acknowledged.
You're absolutely right.
Bro, I see what you're doing.
You are absolutely right. You're absolutely right, man. And you know what? It's like the larger that I've gotten, the larger my platform's gotten, my community's gotten. It's like I see this now, and I see that it, you know, an attaboy, a pat on the back, a slap on the ass goes a long way to just say, you know what? Keep doing you, man. And so I've incorporated segments now into the show where it's like we do community highlights, and we're trying to look at people that are just doing their thing and this is literally where it's like the podcast exists, where it's like I want to talk about this community, because this community has gotten so big. People like yourself, there's so many unique, incredible, talented personalities out there that it's like I want to talk to them. I want to get to know them. And when you talk about that you want to start up a podcast, dude, yeah, you need to start up a podcast. You have a lot to offer this community in regards to not only the questions that you're going to ask, the stories that you're going to get out of people, but your own stories, the things that you want to tell, and then the conversations that are then going to come from your guests. Starting a podcast was honestly something that I knew that I really, really wanted to do before I did it. And I would, in the same way that you're encouraging everyone else to get out and do their thing, dude, you 100% should explore a podcast. And I know you said that time is of the essence. Consider,
and then it's like, you know, it's real saturation too. You know, like everybody and their grandma got a podcast now.
Yeah, but,
you know, like,
you know what? But everyone, you know, it's like clothing, dude. Like the clothing industry, people are still starting new clothes. Everybody's been wearing shirts since, you know, this beginning of time, right? But still people are dropping sweet merch, right? So it's like oversaturation for sure, but oversaturation in talentless, bland content.
And there's always room for somebody doing something, you know, great. It's one of the things where like got to take the time to I think you just don't start something and be great automatic. Well, I guess you can, but most people start something, maybe you're okay at it, or maybe you suck at it, and then over time you get better at it, you know. And so I try to be 100 with everything that I do. And so I think it would just take some time to do it. And also, like I said, I have to make that work in conjunction with everything else I got going on. That's a sacrifice right there, right in this moment.
I get it, dude. I recently hired an editor. Shout out to Matt. He's an incredible dude. And, you know, I'm telling you, man, it has allowed for me to do things that I never thought possible in regards to creating. Don't get me wrong. I've really enjoyed the evolution of my editing skills and working editing and creating projects. But dude, as someone who values time, I think you, sir, could really benefit from an editor. They're not overly expensive. Of course, you know, the better you want, the better they're going to, you know, more expensive they're going to be. But more importantly, getting an editor that's going to grow with you too, I think is really important, man, because the hours that you're spending editing could be hours that you're creating. Time in front of the camera, right? And I think there'd be a lot of value there. I think you'd enjoy that.
Yeah, I'm just so used to doing everything myself, you know.
I 100%.
And then it's one of those things where nobody's going to be as passionate about your stuff as you are.
You're 100.
Even somebody that has your best intentions in mind and really care about you, that doesn't mean that they're going to understand your vision of what you try to do. Is it save time to try to explain your vision to somebody else, or just to do it if you can do it? And you know, it's like I'm stuck between that.
Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you.
No, that's it. Yeah, that's it. I'm just stuck in that area of nobody cares about it more than me. Nobody's going to put in the time more than me. And whether if somebody else does something and it don't work out, then I don't like that. I'd rather everything's on me. Don't work, it's on me. I'll deal with it. I'll try to get better. If it does work, it's on me. So everything's on me.
That doesn't change.
There's no opportunity to blame somebody else. Everything is on me. You know?
And that doesn't change, dude. I honestly believe that doesn't change. The larger we get, I think, I believe, and I'm kind of just speaking off the top of my head here, I believe that managing people is inevitable in growing, right? Especially when it comes to a business, right? And I 100% agree with you. I think that it is going to be very difficult, not impossible, but very difficult to find somebody who has that same passion for you that you have. possible,
right.
not impossible. So, but I do believe that there is some, you have to relinquish some creative freedom, or
Yeah, you definitely can't micromanage.
That's it, man. Like Matt, for example, is incredible at his job, and he's incredible at what he does. And I can tell that him and I and our editing skills are very similar. And so when I see something he does, I'll be like, well, I would do this. And importantly is that he is able to take that criticism, and it's not like I'm shitting on him every time. He gives me something that he thinks is great, and then I look at it, and then I try to make it into me, the personality, into my thing. And so I'll watch the whole thing and then list a few items that I think need to change. And then a lot of the times, not only will he change them, but a lot of times I'll be like, you know what, whatever you think works here, I think will work well. And to let him have that freedom too, I think is very important, so that I can then, he's going to spend 6, 8, 10 hours on that edit. I'm in the garden. I'm out with my son. I'm creating the next video. You know, the world just unlocks when I don't have to edit. And more importantly, it's like I can actually edit other things too. Like if I want to edit like a short film, if I want to edit something for Twitch, a stash blend video or something, it's like, then I can do that too, right? So I understand the hesitation, but I think it's inevitable, especially with your hustle and your growth, that you're gonna
I feel like you feel too. But I mean, what I just started doing was I hired my daughter to take over some of the admin work for me.
Precisely.
And so she has a good job. She works for an accountant, and she's going to school to be an accountant as well. She's almost done, but she's off on Mondays, and so that she could use a couple extra dollars. And she's like me; she's like an independent person. She don't want to be given anything. So I said, okay, well, how about this? How about instead of me, because I'm like, I was just looking for like an extra, $600 a month, whatever. So like $150 a week, I can just give it to you. She's like, no, that ain't. You want to work for it, you know what I mean? So I said, great. How about work for me then? And so we're just starting to do that now. And like a lot of the uploading to different websites and a lot of the just stuff that somebody else really can do. You know what I mean? It would just take time I could spend doing something else. She's going to take over all the admin stuff. We're just training her on all that stuff now. But yeah, I feel exactly what you're saying. Exactly what's going on, because nobody cares more than me, but my kid cares about me, so we're going to let her do it.
Yeah, good for you, man.
She's definitely able to do it, no problem. So
I'm 100% a fan of family businesses too, man. I do think family can work together.
I'm not.
No. I say this because my wife is the one running this show right now. And
no. I mean, I get it for like certain people, but no,
it's not for everyone.
Depends on the family.
No, yeah. 100%. It's not for everyone.
I love my family, but I would not want to work with them.
That's fair. Nope, that's 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The only family I'm working with is my wife. Yeah, that's fair. No,
that's right. Think about that.
yeah. No, that's fair.
Depends on which part of the family we're talking about.
The one thing that I'm starting to learn too is like with a family business, all the money stays in the family, right? So it's like that just recycles into the family. So it's like, that's huge, dude. That's huge. And the less we tell the IRS,
so I told my kid, I said, I'm going to pay you $100 an hour.
Good. Yeah,
because it's my kid and I can pay whatever the hell I want.
I was just going to say, legally, I can pay my son as part of the business next year when he's 15 years old. And let me tell you, he's going to be working, and he's going to be, the tax man's going to be thinking he's making money too. Yeah. So,
that's the number one reason I moved to Vegas, Texas.
Oh God, don't even get me started. Keys. Oh my.
I just gave New Mexico, state of New Mexico, $10,000. That was like the last step right there. I'm like, I just paid y'all $10,000 for the privilege of living in New Mexico.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I had to give the federal government $54,000. That's the biggest bill I ever got in my life, and it came from the IRS. That's something.
It's unreal, man. It is unreal.
This is crazy.
Yeah, I'm in Canada.
It's so crazy. I'm coming from. I was in that tax bracket where you get a return every year, right? Because you're not making any money. So to go from that and then fast forward in 3 years, get a tax bill for $54,000, it's kind of like I remember. Okay, so the first 2020 was the first year I made 100 grand as a content creator.
Mhm.
So see all these news reports about so and so didn't pay their taxes, going to jail, taxes trouble.
Wesley Snipes.
You're supposed to learn from other people's mistakes. You know, if you want to be a wise person, you learn from others' mistakes. The first thing I did was found me an accountant. So my accountant, I was born in 1981, August. My accountant started their practice March 1981.
Hmm.
They've been accountants as long as I've been alive. So I got them, and when they did it the first year, they set me down in the conference room. I'll never forget this. I was blown away. I'm thinking, yo, I did pretty good this year. I'm gonna get a lot of money back. Amazing. That's what I'm thinking. I do the taxes. I never paid taxes in my life. Every year I got a tax return. Set me down in the conference room, and he told me that I was going to have to give the United States of America $5,000. I said, "You bullshitting." He said, "He's been doing this like 40 years or whatever, you know, over 40 years." He says, "Look, I done dealt with this a lot. You're brand new to being successful. But let me tell you this: you should start thinking of the government as your partner in business now, because look, this is not going to change. Every year you're going to have to pay, unless you're planning on going back the other way and not making any money. Want to go back that way?" I said, "No, it's way better being on this side and having to pay." So he said, "Look, just get used to it. Got to pay $5,000. Next year you're gonna have to pay more. And next year after that, you got to pay even more. Because I'm looking at your numbers and your projected numbers. You're going to be making even more, so you got to pay even more. So just get used to it." That's the best thing you probably could do, because when that $54,000 bill came, it's a lot, but it was going to be even more than that. Because, you know, thanks to certain deductions that you get to make, I was going to have to pay about 73 grand. Because I made in 2023, I can't even believe I'm saying this, and it's a true statement. In 2023, I made almost $400,000 as a content creator. And that's doing everything myself. So when you was talking about it all in the family, how about this? Do everything yourself and keep all the money. That's what I did. You see what I'm saying? So you can pay somebody to do this and that, or you cannot pay somebody, do it your damn self, and keep all the money.
Yes. Now to get to the
You know what I'm saying?
million, you might need.
I need people to get to the million.
Need them.
Yeah.
That's it.
I need people to get to the million.
Yeah, that's my point.
Yeah.
That's my point. And first of all, good for you, dude. Good for you, man. It's, you know, there's not many people that can say that they can make money as an entrepreneur, but then
Man.
to make it off the internet, dude, off of YouTube, off of the internet as a whole. It's like that's an internet hustle, man, and it's not an easy thing to do. And I
What's so weird about everything 100% legal, because, you know, I can't speak for your background, but for my background, my community, people get money, but they do it the illegal way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. My
So
background
make
too.
that type of.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I don't know your background, if you're coming from middle class or Harvard or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or university or whatever. I don't know your background.
I did go to university.
For my background.
Yeah, I did go to university.
There's some people.
Yep.
I did too.
Yeah, thank heavens.
But there's always people that's doing it the other way. You know what I'm saying? And so for me to make more than doctors and lawyers and stuff making YouTube videos, kind of like crazy to me. You know, you make more than, I'm not more important than a teacher. You know, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are people doing, I'm not more important than a firefighter. But, you know, we have the ability to make this money and have this living. I'm just super grateful, super humble. And I'm just trying to do the right thing, because you're in my position. You don't just represent yourself. I'll give you a little minority statement here. When you're a minority, feels like, and not just feels like, because it is. If I'm in a position and I mess up, then I'm going to mess it up for other people coming behind me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a real sense of responsibility to do everything right, to be legit. I can't be fake. I can't be phony. Because if I'm fake and I'm phony and I'm full of shit, then that's going to mess it up for everybody that's coming behind me. I can't do that. So I do everything in my power to be knowledgeable as possible, never to be a buffoon, never be somebody where don't be a person that people don't like being around or don't want to talk to. I make sure that that never happens. I take this very seriously, the position that I'm in. A lot of people probably just be frivolous with it, but I'm not like that at all. I want everybody to have an opportunity to get where I am, even pass me up, because it really is great to be in this position. But before I got in this position, I never knew what they meant when they said like it's lonely at the top. You heard of that? It's lonely at the top.
Mm-hmm.
I never knew what that meant. Like, what the hell does that mean? It's lonely. It feels like when you get to the top, it'll be like not lonely because there's so many people, and but it really is true. When you start being successful, you start learning that it's like you can't trust everybody. You can't have everybody in your space, in your like mind wavelengths, and you know what you got going on. You can't have like negative energy around you. So I feel like the higher you get, the more people that you drop off. Because you're trying to get higher and higher and higher. And some people they're trying to stay down here. If you're trying to move, I seen Snoop say something one time that resonated with me so much. He was like, when you're here and you're growing, but you got people down here that's not growing, seeing the gap widen. So as the gap widens, either they got to come up to be where you're at, or you got to go back down to be where they're at. I ain't going back down. So if you're not a person in my life that you're trying to be better than you were yesterday, I can't have you near me. Like I had a guy who was, everybody would say that this is my best friend. I would call him my best friend at the time. Every day we're together and everything, right? So I started doing YouTube, right? And at the time we're doing illegal things as a living, which put it that way. Okay? We're doing illegal things for a living. I start doing YouTube and I say, yo, bro, this is a way that we can stop doing this stuff. We spent all this time trying not to be in front of the camera, right? Because of the things that we were doing. And somebody got to be in front of the camera. That's going to be me, right? So I know you don't want to be in front of the camera. So this is what we'll do. Look, I'll buy a camera. You learn how to use it. My cameraman, we both come up together. He was like, no, I don't want to do that. Okay, cool. How about this right here? I'll film everything. Right? I'll film everything. Let me show you how to edit, because I've been editing for maybe 6 months or something like that. I'm like, let me show you how to edit, and then you can start getting better. And yourself as being an editor. I'll shoot the videos, give them to you. You edit the videos. I'll put them up. We split everything 50-50. Still doing it together. He was like, no, I don't want to do this. I'm like, well, what the fuck do you want to do then? Don't want to fucking be in front of the camera. You don't want to work the camera. You don't want to edit. You help me set up the shots, or no, I don't want to do. But you're not. I can't use you for anything then. You know what I'm saying?
Just wants to get paid, dude. Just wants to get paid.
I can't use you for anything. So this person was my best friend, and I haven't talked to him in years. Just because I'm trying to grow, but you ain't trying to grow with me. You want to, and fast forward 9 years, like I said earlier, still doing the same illegal activities that he was doing before. He's still doing them right now. Still struggling to get by. And all he had to do was stick with me. We would have been in this 50-50, all good. You know what I mean? But that lonely at the top thing is like, you can't, for whatever reason, people won't do what's in their best interest if it's not going to benefit them in the next 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? People don't have any type of vision to say, what we're doing today is going to be good for us maybe 6 months from now, maybe a year from now. If you're still planning on being alive, it would behoove you to try to do some of this stuff as opposed to just living for the next 10 minutes in front of you, And so one of the biggest things is hard to find people with any type of vision. And sometimes I'm trying to tell you guys, man, some of y'all are not meant to be stars. I say y'all, I'm talking about me, everybody. Everybody's not meant to be a star. Some people are meant to be the manager of the star. Somebody needs to be the chef for the star. Somebody needs to do administrative stuff for the star. You see what I'm saying? You get in where you fit in. But at least we could all be together, working together, making this work. But people in my community, I can talk about Black people now. Black people don't want to do that. They want to be the number one. They want to be the boss. You know what I'm saying? All I wanted to do was find a way that I could not have to go in and punch somebody else's clock, work for myself, take care of my kid and my responsibilities. When I started, my goal was to make 35 to 40 grand a year. I was like, if I make 40 grand a year, living in El Paso, Texas, I can have a cool apartment, nice little car, give me a pair of shoes every once and again. I like the all right life. You know what I mean? That was my goals. Who would have thought that I could make 45,000 in a month, 50 grand in a month? Who would have thought? Not me. So all this extra stuff is just a blessing to me. It's truly unbelievable. And if any of you guys watch, if you're watching me, watch any of my content, you know I tell you thank you every video, because I could never have imagined the benefit YouTube would be for my life. I just wanted to be a content creator because I thought that would be cool to be. I didn't know all this other stuff that went with it, you know.
Yeah, me neither,
so
man.
It's just a blessing. It's just a blessing, and I'm grateful.
The game's changing every day too. You know what YouTube, what we get to do today in our area, in our section, in our community, that wasn't available 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago. Like when I started doing this, no cannabis content grower was full time, was making a consistent income. It was companies would send you a product, you would make a video, and you'd be happy about it.
Yeah, the product was your payment.
That's it. And when you've got a bathroom full of products that you don't use anymore, I thought, wait a second, you're coming to me for a reason, and you're not coming to me for me. You're coming to me for my people. You're coming to me for my
for the audience.
That's right.
Yeah, and you want to get in front of the audience, right? So you
yes. And finding that value there is very important, because as a creator, you have value, and you have to balance how much collaboration is going to happen versus are you just promoting someone else's product for nothing? And so, yeah, there's been a shift, a giant shift. And I like to think that I was a player in that shift, in now the fact that creators aren't exploited today in a way that they were 5, 6, 7 years ago. And, maybe for the better, maybe for the worse. I'm not going to give you an answer on that. It's made my life better, that's for sure. And it's allowed me to grow my community. And I'll be the first one to say, too, I'm not self-made. I am 120,000 made. I have a community that has put me in a position that has allowed me, that has afforded me the opportunity to spread my message and to build my brand.
I see what you're saying, but that's not the self-made that we're talking about.
For
People
sure.
say self-made,
I understand the hustle.
I mean fucking self-made. Nobody gave you shit.
No, I ain't never get shit.
When I say self-made, I want you guys to understand. I understand what he's saying, and I got a great community. But nobody gave me shit. And I'm thankful that I'm the person now that get to tell the other guys and give them all the information I wish somebody would give me. The only person that I knew about at first was Mr. Canucks Grow. And so to me, he's still number one as far as like growing cannabis on YouTube. To me, he's the top dog.
Mm-hmm.
There are probably people that disagree, but to me, he's
holding strong there, man. He's holding strong. Yeah, he's holding strong.
He's the guy. There's some great ones there. I mean, there's still great cannabis content creators like Home Grow TV. Shout out to him.
Mm-hmm.
He seems cool. High Again, they seem cool. I mean, there's some great people doing some great things, but Mr. Canucks Grow is the top dog to me.
That's right. All I'm saying, yeah, you know what? I can argue the same thing. No one afforded me an opportunity, but in the same regard, there's the values that were instilled that allowed me to keep my nose to the grindstone. I didn't stay in the dark when the dark was what grasped me. I searched for light always, right? And so I know for a fact that if my community turned on me or didn't watch me anymore, my relevancy damn near goes away. And so because of that, it's literally, when you say you thank them every episode, it's that, man. It's like the people that come, they watch your videos, they hit the like button, they leave a comment. That is amazing. Like, it's like, that's what fuels this machine. and I'm eternally grateful for that. So that's what I mean when, I'm also
I know
self-made.
exactly
I'm an
what you're saying.
entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur, but it's our
So I know
communities.
I'm speaking your language. Trust me, I'm speaking your language.
And I know we're on the same page. I just wanted to make sure there was clarity there, just because,
Yes, sir.
I'm very thankful for that, dude. And I know we're in a very fortunate position. You're also doing crypto, dude.
I do.
Oh, go ahead.
I got into the stock market. You know, I was what's the word I'm looking for? Naive.
Sure.
Naive.
Me
and just just ignorant, because coming up, I thought that the only people that did the stock market was like older white guys. Just so stupid, you know what I mean? Just like I thought the same thing about like I want to say the word on the podcast, white powder that people snort. I thought that was only done by white people. That's so fucking stupid.
Right.
That's so fucking stupid.
Right.
But that's what ignorant is.
It's ignorance, dude.
Ignorant means you don't know.
That's kind of just
And
real quick. That's kind of what I was saying earlier in regards to being small town, dude. It's ignorance, dude. It's ignorance.
Ignorance is what it is.
Sorry,
the small town. I was talking. My daughter still lives in a small town. I'm trying to get her to come to the city. But the small town life is her thing. It's the same thing, but I forgot what we were talking about the
white. We thought it was a white people problem. The cocaine, the ignorance.
Oh yeah, stock market.
Stock market. Go ahead.
I thought it was like just for older white people to get in the stock market. So that's so stupid. But when you don't know, you don't know. And also, I thought that you had to have like thousands or millions or hundreds of thousands of dollars to do the stock market as well, which is totally not true. But, when you don't know, you don't know. But once you get into a position where you got additional income that you can think about investing, which all these years I've been having money that I couldn't invest it, but I didn't know any better. So instead of making investments, what do? Buy 300 pairs of Nikes and Jordans, and that's what you do when you don't know better. I should have been buying Nike stock.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Every pair of those shoes, I could have been buying Nike stock, and I've been much better. But how I got into that is you start making a couple of extra dollars, then you start researching I started researching what do people do with their money to make it grow. And so, you hear stock market real estate all the time. I just started studying that on YouTube because I'm a YouTuber. And once I realized that the stock market is for everybody, I had to get over another set of preconceived notions, which you think that the only way that you can make money in the stock market is the old-fashioned way, which is buy and hold. Buy something, one price, in 30 years, you hope that it went up, appreciate it, and there you go. But there's many ways to make money in the stock market. Once I got into options trading, that opened up my eyes to a whole nother ability to make income. And so you said crypto. I'm not really into crypto. I mean, I got Bitcoin and some Ethereum, but trading options, I'm into it because you can make a lot of money really fast. So I started off with, smaller stocks that's around $1 or $2. Start doing those, you start making different moves with them so you can understand how everything works. As you get more and more comfortable, you start building up. And before you know it, you're doing these deals where you're putting in 5,000-6,000. And I do this a lot around earnings. If you guys don't know, every public traded company has earnings every quarter. And the great thing about earnings is in one night, in 24 hours, the stock can go up 10, 12, 13%. It can go down 10, 12, 13%. But if you're on the right side of the trade, you can make a tremendous amount of money very quickly. I mean, I can show you guys if you guys go to my Dreams of a Million YouTube channel and look in the short section, you'll see trades that I've done where I made $11,000 in 20 hours. I've made $8,000 in 12 hours. But once you have the ability and your understanding the stock market, to me, it's just another revenue stream. So to answer your question about crypto and stock market and even real estate, I look at all this stuff as tools in my toolbox. My great grandmother who raised me, I told you, every time she would teach us something new, she would say, I'm giving you another tool for your toolbox for life. You know what I'm saying? And so to me, all this stuff is just different avenues to make money. some people, for whatever reason, in the cannabis space, like I'll be doing live videos, whatever, and somebody might ask about how to get sponsored, and somebody ask about how to make money as a content creator, right? And I get excited about that kind of stuff. I like talking about that kind of stuff. On the cannabis side, people be like looking at you real funny and treating you different as you're talking about money. Like, we all need it. But that's what got me. I'm like, you know what? I'd rather damn do a finance channel. I can actually talk about money and people actually will want to hear about it, you know? So that's what really got me into it. I'm looking for different revenue streams. Everything that I'm learning is just giving me the ability to make even more money. Knowledge is power. A lot of things that you make money from, they're not hard to do. You just didn't know how to do it. Somebody would explain to you how to do it, you do it. So everything that I do in life, one of my first questions is, how do I monetize it? Mention the crypto, real estate, finance, that stuff. I have a gambling channel. In today's the 6th, on the 14th, it'll be 1 year since the gambling channel been put up. I was making a couple extra dollars, so I said I'm gonna pick up this hobby, gambling, just to once again just to show my progress and show you guys what I'm doing. But also, everything that I do, I'm thinking monetization. And so, how do I know how to monetize? I'm making a YouTube channel. I'm a YouTuber. I know how to do it the YouTube way. So I make the gambling channel. Fast forward, like I said, it's about to be the 1 year anniversary. That channel makes me 8 to 10 grand a month already. 1 year in. All of you guys thinking that you can't do it, you can do it. I started a brand new channel less than a year ago. Right now, today, it makes me 8 to 10 grand a month. 1 year in. And you can do it once you have the skills to do it. And I would encourage you guys to step outside your comfort zone, try something new. And I'm trying to tell, I feel like I'm preaching on here, man.
It's okay, man. You know what? I almost feel like you're talking to me too, because dude, my ignorance has led to me. I have zero stocks. I have zero crypto or what crypto, whatever it is. Yeah, I have zero of it because it's like, for me, like I'm old school, man. I like to see my money, dude. I believe in holding money and just hanging on to it, dude. And you know, when you talk,
here's the thing about that though,
Nike stocks.
When you my bad.
Go ahead.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, the things that you say are hitting my brain so crazy. You say you want to see your money, but you got to think about this. The reason most people are not going to be able to be wealthy or whatever the case is because you keep trading time for money.
Mm-hmm.
There's not enough time. There's not enough trading of time for money that you can do to be wealthy. You have to find a way, what you already know, this is not for you, just for the audience. You have to find a way that you can make money all the time in your sleep. Right now, I'm talking to pigeons, guys. I'm getting paid right now, not by pigeons, but I'm always getting paid no matter what. Always. You can't trade time for money. When you think about investments is something that you can do. Now, you don't have to go, there's different levels to it. You don't have to go like full where it feels like you're gambling. You can invest conservatively as well, like by getting index funds or ETFs. That's very conservative, but you still can grow your wealth. You can still see your money, as you put it. I love that. So don't be scared about, putting it somewhere and letting it grow itself. You keep trading time for money, you're not going to be rich. And you're rich. There's not enough time in the day. Think about that. If you say you're making, I know some people are making $40. There's some guys at UPS, it's $40 an hour. I think that they cap it at $42 an hour, I believe. There's some guys making some good money, $40 an hour. But you're still making $40 an hour. That means that you don't have the ability to make $100 in an hour. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So you got to. I want to talk to you off here and tell you some safe places that you can put your money that could grow for you. Because man, I'm trying to tell you, you got a couple extra dollars, put it over here and let it make you money. Let your money work for you instead of just sit. Because because of inflation, your money is not going as far as it used to. Your money is losing value because of inflation.
No, you're right. No, you're right.
If you want to beat that, you got to invest that. That way you got your money making you money and it's not losing you money because you keep it in the bank. Guys don't, even if you have a high yield savings account, That high, your savings account ain't giving you what? What are they giving you? 0.03% or something? Something crazy? No. You guys got to start investing. I'm gonna talk to you pitches about that, man, because I really want you to do it. Do it for you and your family, man. You can set your family up. Even when you're gone, they're gonna be balling. No problems. You know what I
I'm
mean?
definitely open to it. You know, Rob's a good friend of mine, man, and he's very much into investments and things like that. I'm not going to talk about his portfolios or anything, but
Yeah, for sure.
But he's definitely been in my ear too. So I'm open to it, brother. I'm open to it. One more thing, man.
I'm gonna keep talking to you about it until you do it.
I'm in. If your younger self could meet you today, what would Little Keys be the most proud of?
What a great question. I don't think anybody ever asked me that before.
Welcome to TeawithP, man.
Man,
take your time.
You know what? No. I thought of something. I think the thing that I'm most proudest of going through this whole journey, you know, our content creating all this stuff that I'm doing now. I think what I'm most proudest of is I'm experiencing all this new stuff, but because of, like you're saying, the community, the audience, it allowed me to be myself. I got to do all this stuff, and I think people would objectively say that we're successful. I got to do all this stuff without being fake, without being phony, without going against the morals that my great grandmother instilled in me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to kiss nobody's ass or suck somebody's dick or none of that. Get to where I got to. I got here from hard work, dedication. We all got a little bit of luck. If you're successful, you got a little bit of luck too. Maybe the right thing at the right moment, at the right time, in the right place. All of that. That's the thing that I'm most proud of. I got here to where I am being me. Not fake. Nobody won't find one person that say that I did them dirty. There's a bunch of people that be like, your Keys is an asshole. But it's okay. So that's fine. But you won't ever find anybody that say Keys did this to me. He did that to me. He did me wrong. Messed with somebody in business. None of that. I'm a 100 person, genuine, a good person. I didn't have to go against my morals to get. That's the thing I didn't have to turn into an Uncle Tom or do some buffoonery. Do something that would have my family looking at me sideways like, no, we didn't raise you like this. I got to be where I am today, my dignity. The thing that I'm most proud of.
You should be, brother.
You know what I mean?
You should be. Hats off, dude. And I think this is the beginning for you and I. I can't wait to sit and chat with you again, man, and dive into.
Maybe next time it might be on my podcast. You never know.
I'm always open to it, my man. I'm always open to it, dude. If anybody wanted to reach out to any of your channels or have a conversation, where could they do that?
If you guys want to hit me, first of all, join. I have a Discord. The reason why I'm mentioning the Discord is because the Rookie Mycologist was my main Instagram and social media accounts. But just last week, they banned me off of everything. I mean, they banned the Rookie Mycologist off of Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. How the hell do you get banned off of Twitter? You know what I'm saying? All social media, TikTok, banned off of that. So Discord, BassDropKeys Discord, or one of my YouTube channels. Best way to get a hold of me. Or email me, BassDropKeys@gmail.
Awesome, dude. It was a pleasure meeting you in LA, and I can't wait to do it again, man. And until the next time, brother, I wish you all the best on all your endeavors. I know you're going to succeed, and I can't wait to see you do it, man, because it looked great on you, brother. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Appreciate you. Thanks for having me. I can't tell you enough. Thanks for the invite. I appreciate it. If you need me for anything, got my number, holler at me. I'll come through for you.
Count on it, brother. Count on it. Keys, thank you so much, man. We'll catch you up soon.